Spring in Canada generally means two things: less heavy coats and maple syrup. Now, I'd wanted to tap maple trees for years, and finally this year would be the one. And so with pails in hand, I finally went out to tap my first maple trees. Over the next few days, the sap started to build up, so I had to start thinking about the next step in the process. Turning sap into maple syrup isn't that complicated, but I want to make sure I didn't miss any crucial steps. With that in mind, I reached out to someone who I knew could help me out with it. And I packed up my camping gear on a Friday night and set up my hot tent in their backyard so that I could take advantage of their knowledge and try to learn some tips and tricks to put my best foot forward so that I can be successful, hopefully, in getting my own maple syrup. Having gotten there on a Friday night, you might be able to tell by my face, but we may have stayed up a little bit too late.
Morning. Nice.
Well, I'm at my brother's place. Spent the night, stayed up way too late. The guys were up early, collecting maple sap from a heck of a lot of buckets. It's not a commercial operation, but this is way more than a hobby.
We have a sweet tooth.
So when the sap is running like it is now, how many liters, gallons do you think you're getting a day?
Oh, probably. Lately, I'd say we're probably getting 95 gallons a day.
A day?
Yep.
Wow.
For the last 4 days. And it's gonna keep going today, so I imagine we have another 90 today.
That is remarkable.
Yep.
So, this is my brother Paul.
Hello.
So he's kindly allowed me to do a little bit of filming around and learn a bit about the process, because it's fascinating. I don't think I have the energy to get as involved as they have, as you can see all the blue buckets, but it's pretty cool. So we're gonna go take a look as well as to the evaporator and some of the other items they have at hand to help them in creating Canadian gold. Cover my lens in maple syrup.
Yeah, it's just an old oil tank cut in half and welded on some angle iron. And had the pan made. The pan actually cost more than everything else combined to build.
Oh, you had to have the pan.
Yeah,
size.
yeah,
Okay.
because it's stainless steel, and
Okay.
so we had a welder build it for us, and the heat pan on top.
Very cool. Got a filter in here.
Yep.
And another filter there.
So it's double filtered like beer.
Quality stuff.
Just use a picture.
It's quite the hobby.
Oh, it's fun. Very low stress.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the finished product after boiling for 4 or 5 days. We boil it a lot more than most people do. They stop it at 219 degrees. We go up to 222 because we like a thicker syrup and it's sweeter. And when it's cold in the fridge, it gets really thick, so we prefer it that way. It gets really, really dark because we boil it for many days. We like it to be a little bit thicker. It hugs the pancakes a lot more.
Definitely a labor of love. That's a lot of effort, but
Yeah.
there you have it.
Yeah. You can take your cup and take a little bit and taste it. Taste this.
Ah, that's maple syrup. That is good.
Mm.
That is good. Wow. Oops. Alright, well, welcome to my makeshift sugar shack. Hope this works. So, got the sap in the pail here, and I've been leaving the cover on just to let the sap heat up. I can see it's starting to get some steam. Not quite as hot as I'd like it, so we're going to leave it on there until it heats up, and then hopefully we start evaporating some sap and maybe get some my own maple sugar. Not going to get much, but it'll be fun to see what comes up. Alright, good news is I've increased production by about 33%. Bad news is it's still not an ideal setup. It would have been much better to have a large square pan. That would have been so much more efficient. But I'm doing this for fun. I'm not under any illusion that I'll be bottling any kind of syrup. I don't have that much sap to work with, but it's just I just wanted to try it. It's a nice day out. It's snowing like crazy. So hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. It's supposed to. Right. It's kind of fun. Okay, the eagle eye may have caught that we've made more efficiency gains. Keep finding more room. Thank you. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's starting to get dark. Been at it for quite a while, and I'm kind of nervous because my sap hasn't gotten any darker, so I don't know how much maple I'm gonna get in the end. But it's been a fun day. It's always fun to be outside, especially in the middle of another snowstorm in March. But we keep working away at it. Still got a couple more refills I can do, and I'm guessing it's probably another 3 to 4 hours before I'm all done, but I'm gonna keep plugging away and see what we get. Well, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I never even planned on this being a three-parter, but it just kind of worked out. The time of the year, Sandra got me some maple syrup buckets for Christmas this year, because it's one thing I wanted to try forever. So this time of the year was perfect to do it. A few years ago, I'd done a camping trip with our friend Simon at a sugar shack that he worked at, so it was nice to see what it is when it comes to a real commercial operation. And then my brother, who has this little hobby thing, which it's not little, that's quite the enterprise he and his friend have going. And so for me, it was just an opportunity to learn a little bit and kind of experience what they go through, and to try my hand at it at a much smaller scale. Still have no idea what I'm going to have as an end product, if I'm going to have anything, but if nothing else, I enjoyed another day and now night out in the snow. So not too bad. It's starting to really smell like syrup. Yeah, it's been a fun experience. I've enjoyed it. It's been a fun day. It seems like a lot of work, but you do work in spurts. Basically, you chop your wood, yeah, you gather all your sap and all that. But once you have your sap gathered, then it's just chopping your wood, keeping the stove filled maybe every 20 minutes to half an hour, and topping off the reservoirs or the bowls I have here to evaporate it. So it's really not that much work. It's just sitting back and by a nice little campfire and being outside. So while it seems like a lot of effort for very little syrup, for me it's been a fun experience, so it's worth it. But you can see why maple syrup is so expensive, because so much goes into it. You have to gather so much sap, and you have to throw a lot of energy to it to reduce the sap to syrup. So that's why maple syrup is so expensive. Plus it's only available for a few weeks in the spring. After that, you're done. So there's a lot of reasons why maple syrup is so expensive, but it's also so delicious. So like I said, last batch. So it's gonna take a while because I fill this pot quite a bit. I was making smaller batches to help it evaporate quicker, but since we're at the end, I'm gonna pour it in, and we'll see how long it takes, and then we'll see what we get. It's still gonna be a while. There we go. Please wish me luck. There's a lot of work put into this. I mean, I'm having fun either way, so it's whatever happens, happens, but pretty happy. Okay, so we're nearing the end, I believe. Well, we definitely are, of the sap we have available. It's evaporated quite a bit. I'm terrified to burn the sap that I have, so I'm going to combine everything within one pot. So let's see how this works out. So this one here seems like it might be a little bit thicker, but I really don't want to burn it. So we're going to move everything in here. The smell of maple syrup is phenomenal. So there we go. Don't want to lose a drop. I'm probably going to lose a drop. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, it's so amazing. Yeah. Pot number 2. I could thin this one out more, but there we go. So we're back down to the last single pot. This sap was clear as water when I started. I hope it shows it as being fairly yellowish there. Should. A bit more light to it. There we go. So I figure maybe another hour, maybe 2. It takes a while to evaporate, but see what we got. It's getting late. I've been working at this for about 12 hours now. Oh my god, the smell here is phenomenal. We're nearing the end, and the snow has turned to rain. So the tarp above us is collecting rain pretty quickly. So I'm gonna put in one more shot of firewood. Gonna let this go down a little bit, and then I'm gonna move it into the house. And if need be, we'll finish it up tomorrow morning on the stove, because we're pretty close to where we need to be. This is pretty amazing. So it's been about 15 minutes since we last had the camera on, and the rain is coming down quite a bit. So we're gonna have to tear things down. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge because I got a lot of coals still left in the stove. But as you guys can see with the tent here, it's sagging quite a bit. Within 15 minutes we have quite a puddle. So this needs to be taken care of. So I'm going to bring the syrup that we have. This is what we got. It's looking pretty good to me, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. So once we have that inside, I'm gonna bring down the tarp and let that water flow away, and try to move the stove in a safe way. There's a lot of embers in there, but it's got to be done before I wrap it up. Thanks a lot for sticking around this long, folks, and we'll see you all in the morning. Hey, I am soaked, I am tired, and I'm pretty happy with the day. So the next morning I was happy to see that I didn't need to reduce the sap any further. All I had to do next was to move on to the final filtration step. Get away from my sugar. Nope, I don't want your hair in there. Well, here we go. We have a finished product. What do you think?
Well, pretty good. Turned out pretty good. Nice and yellow, can see through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're ready to start a business here, but...
Yeah, that leads into the next thing. Is it worth it? Well, it depends where your mind is. If you're thinking about it financially, for me, no, it totally isn't. It's a full day's work for half a jar of maple syrup. But this is something I've been wanting to try forever, and Sandra knew that. She got me some pails for Christmas, and I was so excited for the spring to try this out. So, as a new experience and something that was a lot of fun to do, totally worth it for me. So we got one more thing to do, but before we go, we just want to thank you guys a lot for watching. I want to send a big thanks to my brother and his buddy for letting me hang out at their little maple syrup system that they have going there. They far outstripped me. So this was fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, folks. We'll see you all again next time.
Bye-bye.
There's one more thing coming. Hi.
I want to hear you. This is better than pancakes.
Well, thank you so much, folks. That's going to be it. It was so much fun that I actually did another batch a few days later. So thanks again to my brother Paul and his buddy for letting me join them. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.